free. Say so. Hey, Mitch, can you hear that music? Mitch, are you still with me? Can you hear music? I always seem to find a way to fuck that up. Man. Headphones are making me sweat. It's hot in New York. I appreciate you doing that, Mitch. I was actually going to ask tonight if someone would do that. Just to see if it works. I really don't know if it worked anymore. God, I don't want them on my head, man. They're making me sweat. I'm about a second away from disconnecting the whole thing. So, what's going on, folks? Really want to know if you guys can hear that music that I hear. Hey, can somebody respond if you hear this music or not? I'd appreciate that information, guys. Can anyone hear it? Who needs Ustream? Ustream. That's probably another service, but StreamYard. Let's make some money with this bitch. Can someone please respond if you hear the music or not? I'd appreciate that. Just put a Y or an N, and I'll know. I'm betting probably not that you can hear it, because it's not my strong suit. What is going on tonight? Yes. Beautiful. Come and get your love. Thanks, Mitch. Now I know my super sticker and chat works, and people can hear the music. Actually, this isn't the song I wanted to start the stream off with, so let me go to that song. Wow, it finally works. I think you got to take off the echo cancellation. I had a few people ask me why I don't get copyright strikes for playing this music, and the reason is because the live stream I don't monetize it, and then they'll just send me a thing that that it was a copyright issue. You can't monetize it, but it's not monetizing. It doesn't give me a strike. So okay, this is the song I wanted to play. Oh no, it's not as loud as it should be. MK! Oh, not music? MK Show TV. I got a big I got a big star in the house. Welcome, MK. Thanks for coming in. Is he Scooter? No. Okay. Thank you, MK. All right, Mitch. Have a good time tonight. And thanks for the super sticker and stopping in. I appreciate it. It's the only reason why I'm doing any of these live streams. It's not like I expect, new people to come and, find my channel. I don't even want them to. I just throw this up every once in a while so that, no music. Okay. Not surprising. I always seem to have a problem with that. The MK, I got my turtle power going. So, yeah. So I decided to have this live stream because I wanted to talk about being retired for a year. But unlike other people who retire, they choose to. They set a date and they leave the job. Oh my goodness! Another big star in the house, and this one's a shooting star. Howdy, shooting star. Howdy, Sir Bruce. So yesterday was literally 1 day ago. Mike Whitcomb. Yeah, you're in the right spot for that, Mike. This is the old guys hangout. Welcome to the program. Already I need to drink. See, these live streams don't go long because, number one, I'm introverted, and two, I get exhausted from these things. You know what I was thinking that maybe I should do is just do it when I have the inspiration. Now, it won't be at 8 o'clock. It'll be, I don't know, middle of the afternoon, maybe even the morning. Drinking the agua, water. But yeah, so yesterday was my firing anniversary. And, so I've been, reflecting about it, what it's been like for over the year. And I mean, I absolutely love it, man. I remember I used to actually think in my head, wow, holy shit, what am I going to do when I'm retired? I'm going to get bored. No, not bored at all. And for a lot of different reasons. Number one, and I'm also like rediscovering myself. Like when I was a kid and growing up, I always loved to learn things. Then, you become an adult, you go to work for 30, 40 years, and, that it gets beaten down. But now I discovered about myself, I remembered about myself, rather, that I love learning. And what's great about it, for me, is I'm interested in, like, all different kind of stuff, oddball stuff, but now I have the time to, like, go and investigate it and learn about it if I really want to. And I've been doing that. I've been taking different topics and running with it. And I absolutely love it. So listen to this, right? So yesterday, like I said, was my 1 year anniversary of being fired into retired. And I did something I never thought I would do in my life, right? I was thinking about, how it went down, how I got fired, and now, I'm retired. By the way, I use fired and retired. I've noticed something about myself. This is a secret. Shh, don't tell nobody. But I find that when, I don't want to know somebody, or I want to, keep them away from me, well, then I say that I'm fired and I live in a basement. And that typically gets the person to leave me alone because nobody wants to deal with a loser, right? But if I like the people or want to get to know them more, I tell them I'm retired. So if I say to you, I'm fired and living in my basement, that means chances are I don't want to talk to you. Little insight. Kenny Unger in the house. Welcome to the program. God, I can hardly even do that anymore. What is up, Ken Unger? We got a good group. Yeah, I like everybody in here. That's why I did it, man. I just want to connect with like old friends and stuff. And, talk. So, anyway, yesterday I decided that I was gonna. Oh, Bruce's power went out. Damn. Yeah. Well, by the way, man, New York City, it's the tropics. New York City this past couple weeks has been the tropics. I've been to the tropics, Philippines, Costa Rica, Colombia, Belize. I know what the tropics look like and feel like. New York has been the tropics, man. It's been 107 degrees real feel, 85% humidity. That's the tropics. I know what it is. So anyway, I reached out to my old manager, the one who fired me a year ago. She didn't pick up the phone. I didn't think she would because she probably thought I was gonna, yell a curse at her or something. So when she didn't pick up, I decided to send her a text, and this is what I text her. I said, I reached out to you earlier to tell you this. I didn't recognize it at the time, but you firing me exactly 1 year ago today was the best thing that ever happened to me. I am healthier and happier than I think I have ever been in my life. I am happily retired and enjoying life, and all started happening after being given my walk-in papers. Then I thank her name. I said that. I said, I don't think I would have had the courage to just retire. She didn't call me back, but she did text me back. She goes, I am so happy to hear from you. You deserve nothing but the best of everything, and thank you for letting me know this. Who thanks somebody for firing them? This guy. That's who. So, and I knew that would make her happy, but that's really how I feel about it. She really did, force me to just get out of the matrix. And then once that was done, I don't want to go back in the matrix. I've escaped the matrix, and I had to be pushed out of the matrix. The matrix pushed me out. Thunderstorm this afternoon and the power went out. Oh man, that's never fun. When you retire, you have a lot more time to actually enjoy life more. Mike, I can't agree with that anymore. 100%. To actually enjoy life. You can do the stuff that you want to do, maybe that you've always wanted to do in your whole life, but you never had time because you're busy, family, work, all of that stuff. Probably prevented you going into a diabetic coma, JG. Bruce, the way I was going, man, I was going to die young. No doubt about it, man. I was on a path to an early exit out of life. 100%. That's what started me. Just the bad reports I was getting consistently. Then I just got friggin' disgusted with it. Like, I don't know. I used to be, my body fat back then. I was close to 50% body fat, man. That's fucking terrible. By the way, now I'm down to 20.5% total body fat. But, yeah, man, I was going to die. And then, I had it in my head for some reason that, when I retire, I'll start to take care of myself. And I remember this. This was on a live stream of, I don't know if you guys ever watch him. I watch him. I like him. I find him entertaining. Sunshine Shoulders channel. And I remember typing that because he advocates for men to exercise and take care of themselves. And, back then, man, my mind wasn't in it. So anyway, I put into the thing, I don't have, between work and life, I don't have time to exercise. I'm going to do it when I retire. So this man did, he put it up on the screen, just like I have Shooting Stars message up on screen. He reads he reads it, and he goes, "No, man, that's the wrong fucking attitude. You can't do that. You do that shit now. You start today." He's like, you want to bring the healthy habits to, if you're going to a new place to live. You know, you're going to be in a new place. You don't know anybody, and everything is a new experience, right? So you got like a lot of stuff going on. He's right. I would have never started then. Start then, you know. But now, when I travel these places, this comes with me. The walking, the exercising, wherever I go, that's going to be. Now you have some balance in your life. I do have some balance, but you know, the funny thing is, Bruce, is that I'm being unbalanced right now. Like, I'm really kicking the shit out of my body, man. You have no friggin' idea. Like, you know, I have, look at this. This is crazy what I'm going to show you. The light. If I turn the light off, you see it. That made it worse. You see that? 18,000 and whatever that says, 12 or 15. That's the average steps every day for this whole year. 18,000 steps a day I'm averaging, right? And what I decided was that I can't do that going forward. Not that I can't do it. It's just, it takes a lot of time, and, you know, it's a lot of time. You know, and I've been pushing myself. Like when I was talking about the 107-degree real feel days in New York City, I'm out walking in that. Like sometimes I'll drive to different parks and go for. I was walking through Prospect Park, I think a week or two ago, and I'll tell you, I got a real healthy respect for bikers and runners, right? Because they're nuts. I'm nuts in my walking, but they're nuts with that. I was walking behind this one lady who was like, she was doing like intermittent running. Like she'd run a little bit and then she'll walk. Me, I just walk at a fast pace. So like every once in a while I would catch up to her. Like when she stopped running and started walking, that's when I'd catch up to her. And she starts running again. She's like cursing. She's like, "Mother, this is a woman." And she's like talking to herself. Why am I doing this? And like respect. I respect that woman for that. Just saw him on the stream the other day. Yeah, I like Sunshine Shoulders. Try to get 10,000 steps a day. That's plenty. It is plenty. I'm doing too much, and I know that. So what I'm doing now is, in order to reduce the 18,000 steps, I want to show you this. I got show and tell for you tonight, boys and girls. Did you hear that thud? All right. So and in here is weighted plates. All right. I have 4 of these plates. I just started this a couple days ago. This is an exercise called rucking. 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 Not with the F, the R. Rucking. Hey, Sir J, man, how you doing, buddy? So you could either use this handle with it and just walk around, or what I do is I put the straps on over my back, and then I go for my walks. Now I haven't done that with 18,000. I haven't done 18,000 steps with that thing on my back. I couldn't do it right now. And that is only like 9 to 10 pounds in the bag, not that much. So, well, you know what I've been doing, Mike, being that you ask, I've actually have thought about that, about trying to do a triathlon. But I'm actually trying to do a little hypertrophy. Hypertrophy? Hypertrophy. It's basically bodybuilding. I mean, the way I look at it is I'm 55 right now. I'm not getting no younger anytime soon. I'm only going to get older. Abilities go down as we age, right? So why not? I'm having fun with it. Not hurting nobody. Keeps me out of trouble and keeps me healthy. And I like the way it looks, to be honest with you. But I'm really doing it for the health because, after I left the couch, after 20, 25 years, I was sitting on the couch drinking beers and eating the most delicious food in the world. I paid a price for that, man. The diabetes, I still got a numb right foot. I was able to defeat the diabetes. I don't have it no more, but I still have the effects of the damage that it caused when I did. And that certainly would have only gotten worse. I mean, I still have in my extremities, like my fingers and toes, it's a little numbness there. I mean, my right foot is really shot. Hey, happy. Welcome to the program. So I was just talking about getting fired last year, turning fired into retired, exercise. Oh, I wanted to say this is a cute story. Who got fired? I got fired last year on July 18th. Sticks in my brain. I went back and looked in my Fitbit, the app, and I wanted to see what I weighed then to now. Since being fired, I lost 30 pounds in that year. But don't forget, I had lost, over 60 pounds before that. So, it is what it is. And the other thing I wanted to talk about, it's just a fun thing. I go to walk in my park a lot, my local park. And, I have like a crazy route I take that's like over 5 miles when I'm done. But, every once in a while I get on, I'll be walking through the park, right? And I see swings. Now, I don't know what it is about myself, and I know it's strange, but I love going on a swing. I love just swinging back and forth. I love it. I did that shit in the Philippines when I was, 80 pounds heavier. I think I was at the Sofitel Hotel. I was walking around, came across like a little kids park with a swing and a seesaw and a slide. I went on all of that shit as an adult while I'm with a woman looking at me, a grown woman, saying, why is this, 49 or 50, whatever I was, year old man's going on this. But now I'm even older. I just like it, man. It's fun for me. So anyway, and I don't go when there's a whole bunch of children around. I can't be bothered with that. But the other day I was walking, doing my route in the park, and I look over at the swings, and there's 12 swings. No kids on them, no kids even near them. I'm like, oh, this is my shot. And I got on the one swing that was in the shade. So anyway, I'm starting to go, and I'm going up. I'm trying to fucking flip the thing over, almost kill myself. I'm trying to do that. And this little kid, he's walking over to me, and he says, hello. I said, hello. And so he walks right over to the swing right next to me, and he starts a conversation with me. He goes, can I ask you something? Little kid, 5 years old, something like that, right? I said, sure. He's like, how old are you? I said, I'm 55. He's like, why are you on a swing? Why am I on a swing? Well, I told him the answer, and the answer is this. The reason I'm on the swing at 55 years old is the same reason I was on the swing at his age, 5 years old and 10 years old. Because it's fun. But respect to that kid. He saw something that was unusual. Why is a 55-year-old guy trying to flip over on a swing? It's a good question. And then he asked me if I've ever met Ronaldo. I'm not a soccer guy, but I mean, geez, you got to know who Ronaldo is, famous soccer player in the world, right? So I said, no, I never met Ronaldo. He's like, I did. I said, where did you meet Ronaldo? Oh, I met him in Portugal at the game. This is a 5-year-old. Like, this 5-year-old's rocks. That's one thing, man. Like, I'm not really, I'm not crazy about children, just to say it bluntly. But one thing I really, really do love about children is they're honest, man. They'll just spit out what they're thinking. And I love that. Like, I know sometimes Sir Bruce and MK will say, JG's brutally honest. I don't even think it's me. I think that's a New Yorker thing, because New Yorkers are like that in general. You know what it is? In New York City, time is money, and if you're wasting somebody's time, you're wasting their money. So just get to the point. Say exactly what you mean. I'm surprised the kid didn't run to mommy yelling, there's a strange man. You want to know something, Ken? That was the strange thing, right? Because as I'm swinging and the little kid's having a conversation with me, I'm like looking around trying to find his parents. Like, where are his parents? So and like, there was no, a mother or a father near him. He was pretty much just alone. And like, I'm looking, I see people sitting in, I didn't see no adult like looking over to make sure he's all right. I didn't see anybody. I was actually gonna tell, if I would have saw the parent, whether it was the father or the mother or both of them, I was gonna tell them they're doing a great job. This kid the little kid walks up to the only white person in that entire park and started a conversation with me. That's crazy, man. Love that. Well, the age is only a number thing. Yes and no. Yes and no. It is just a number, but it's an important number. And that's your fixation. Because in child psychology, if you are old already and you love to do child thing, that's your fixation and you filled it now. Yeah, I don't know, man. I always love riding a swing. Why? I mean, I see the swing. Some things they have in the park, like, and they'll put a little sign, like, especially like the exercise equipment. There'll be a little sign, and like, this is a dip station, this is a pull-up bar, whatever, and they'll like tell you instructions. The swings don't have that. It doesn't say you can't be 55 and still ride it. It has, it has no limitations to it. So, and the way I look at it is, it's free and it's fun. I'm not hurting nobody. Oh, fun fact. I'm watching a new show. It's called Dexter Resurrection. If you guys know Dexter from the original show. So anyway, Dexter, he's a serial killer that only kills other serial killers. So he just moved to New York City in the show. And I thought he moved to Brooklyn, but he actually turns out he moved to Queens. I'm like, how cool is this? I want Dexter to move. He can rent my apartment upstairs and do what he has to do right up there. Oh, I will, Mike. Yeah, that is on my list. I do want to skydive. I know military guys done it and all of that, but I've never done it. I'm a civvy. Oh, okay. Somebody else still goes on swings. Good, man. Sir Mark, or Mark. Wait a minute. Mark the Savage King. Welcome to the program. You're surprised that the kid even talked to you at all. It's true, Mark. You're right. I'll tell you, man. Listen, this is the neighborhood I grew up when I was a little kid, right? So I know what I'm talking about, at least in terms of my neighborhood. When I was a kid, every single block, there were kids out playing. I mean, I remember as a kid, every day I got out of school, the next thing was to go out and play with my friends, whatever it was, wiffle ball, stoop ball, baseball, anything. And just a group of kids from like every block would just show up and figure out what to do. I walk around my neighborhood now, there are no kids playing in the street. You know, like back then, you know, like the girls would do the hopscotch and, whatever the hell that shit is. But you would see kids at every block, just kids that lived on the block. They all just came out, after school, played until dinner time, and then went and had dinner and did their homework. I walk around today, I don't see groups of children playing anywhere in the street. I barely see it in the park. It's unbelievable to me. They're all inside on the freaking computer or video game. Let me ask you, JG. When you are young, your parents doesn't allow you to play in the playground? No, I was allowed to play in the playground. Absolutely. But we all played in the streets. And it was like such a great experience growing up, MK. Like we'd all play in the streets, right? And then like it's getting close to where we have to go in the house and eat with our families. But then the ice cream man would come, and that was, that's an event. I did a video on it, Mr. Softy Ice Cream. That thing would go through every block in our neighborhood, stop somewhere in that block. And then the kids and then the parents would come out so they could, pick out ice cream, ices, all of this stuff. And it was a ritual. It was beautiful. I didn't, I was a kid. You can't really, understand what you have. And I didn't know it was going to go away either. I probably thought it would always be like that. Are you retiring in the U.S. or in Asia, Jay? And why? I'm never leaving Brooklyn. I decided that, not on a permanent basis. What I want to do, Happy, is I want to do a little slow traveling, meaning I'll give you a perfect example. I want to go live in Colombia for 2 to 3 months. I want to live in the capital city, Bogota, and I want to live in Medellin, which Medellin stole my heart. I love that city. But in the meantime, I want to also do vacations to other places to see what other places that I may want to slow travel a month. I'm thinking 1 to 3 months, then come back home, then go back out. So I wouldn't live anywhere on a permanent basis out of America. Those were the days. Same here. Kids played in the streets. Yeah. What country would you settle on now? I'm not going to settle on any country, RMA. I know a lot of people into the Philippines, and I'll probably definitely go back there and spend a couple of months, but it's not high on my agenda right now because there's just so many, options out there. Because if you guys are either in an LDR or there, and you're in a relationship with a Filipina, I get it. I see, but I don't even think that for me. Even if whether it was a Colombiana or a Filipina, I would not want to be here full time. This is home base. Nice. Sounds like a good retirement plan. Thank you, Happy. It's a work in progress. I love playing in the playground, laying on the grass. You get a freedom to run, shout. I love it. Yeah. That's the MK. That's the kind of stuff that keeps us young at heart. Ain't going to keep us young physically, but it'll keep us young in our heart. And that's important. Yes, every kid back in the day not only be outside every day, even after school, but every person in the same neighborhood knew who everyone kid's parents. Yeah, exactly. That was the thing, because you're with a group of kids. Now, the parents, it wasn't like there was parents standing over us, but if we get out of the line, the other parents will we'd get in trouble. So, you had to behave too. If you do not behave, they'll tell your parent. Right. Good point, Mark. That's true. But today, and a lot of, from what I see walking around, I don't even think the neighbors know each other. They both have children around the same age, and nobody's out playing. What the fuck is going on here, man? And you wonder why the country has an obesity problem. It's thought they train the kids. I'll just stay in and play video games all day. And believe me, I'm part of the generation that video games first came out, and I loved it, and I spent a lot of time in front of it. But I never did that over going out and playing with my friends. That never came first. Yeah, so MK likes having fun in the park too. Definitely. How about you, Sir Bruce? Somehow I just don't imagine you getting on a swing, swinging. I just don't see it. But I would say, it's more normal when you're our age is not to do it. I realize I'm a bit of a freak with that. JG, my friend in Las Vegas is already trying to set me up with some girls in the Philippines that are friends of the family. I knew them over 40 years now. Yeah, so go there, Mark. Not the girls. Yeah, look at you, Mark. By the way, that wasn't nothing bad. That's just chapstick, baby. I'm addicted. If you don't mind me asking, Jay, how are you supporting your retirement? I'm using my investments. Me too, Happy. I'm 55. I don't have a pension. I wasn't in the military or civil service. So that's what I'm doing too. Investments, rental income, plus brokerage accounts, savings, stuff like that. No, I don't mind asking that. My sister asked me that question yesterday. It's a good question though, because I'm not old enough for Social Security. I'm not 62. I have no kind of disability. I'm not collecting any kind of governmental benefit. I mean, I did get unemployment when I got fired, but shit, man, I put into that for 40 years. Here, like MK may not know, but like in America, MK, when you have a job, they take all these different things out of your pay, between your taxes. And then one of the other things they take out is what they call unemployment insurance, so that when you eventually lose your job, you're able to, to get some money that you paid into. But yeah, I had that, but that's all done now. And I had people tell me, oh, you can tell them you're diabetic and get Social Security disability. I'm like, I'm not fucking doing that. I don't care if you do it. I'm not doing it. I ain't going to pay attention to that stuff. Yeah, so I mean, that's what's going on. What's going on with you guys? When I was a kid, I loved the playground. When my kids were growing up, I took them to the playground, swimming, roller skating, and other activities too. Yeah, that's called it's called parenting. Nah, it's good. I tell you, man. In my local park, not on the weekend, not during the weekday, but like on the weekend, I see a lot of dads with their kids. It's good. They should. Hello, Cheat Taurus. Welcome to the program. Yeah, she could tell you. I was on a swing at Sofitel Hotel in the Philippines like 6 years ago. What about health insurance? Does it cover extended periods traveling abroad? No, Mike. The insurance, I still have to work out how I'm going to handle it. Definitely, I'm going to have travel insurance when I travel. I need insurance here in America. Thank God I got myself healthy. I'm getting ready to visit Vietnam in September for a month. Oh, that's a nice trip. That's on my list. My next trip, Pappy, I want to go to. What I see myself doing is I'm going to go to Japan for 1 or 2 weeks. I haven't decided, and then I'm going to go over to Thailand. And I don't know. I typically like to go check out a place first on a vacation before I stay any extended a period of time. Just is this a place that I would want to stay for a month or 2 or 3? So I may like maybe do 1 or 2 weeks in Japan and then go to Thailand for 1 or 2 weeks. So it'll be like a full month travel, but in 2 different locations. And what that'll do for me is it'll give me information. Like, do I really, want to go, live in Thailand for 2 or 3 months? You know why I want to go to Thailand? Swing, I wish I was with you. I can push you harder. I needed somebody to push me. I was doing it all myself. No, but it wasn't in the Philippines. I was with you, I think, in the Philippines, and I went on that swing at the Sofitel. You can't get me to flip, though. I've been trying. I told him he needs to get his Philippine citizenship before going back to the Philippines. Why? I've been to Vietnam 2 times, and I love the food there. Yeah, well, I definitely going to go to Vietnam, but this next trip will be Japan and Thailand. You know what? I'm pretty open and honest on my channel. I smoke weed. It's legal here. I can walk into a store and buy it. That's a big strike to me for Philippines. I can go to Thailand, smoke a joint, and go walk on the beach. I like that. I do that here, man. I smoke something and I go walking for hours in the clouds. It's wonderful. I think JG was thinking of the seesaw. I did the seesaw. Well, you know what? I noticed too. My local park, they don't have seesaws no more. But see, the thing with the seesaw is it takes two to play. Thailand is a lot of fun. I want to learn about it. I was taking you a video. I can't push. No, Happy. I'm completely single gentleman. Emphasis on the gentleman part. Look at this, right? This is like show and tell. I showed you the bag, now I'm going to show you a different bag. Chocolate chip cookies. Infused. As soon as this stream, I hit end the stream, cookie time. There's nothing like having some weed and walking on the beach. I'm with you, bud. Thank you, Ken. It's great. Like, I don't know, man. I go somewhere in my head, and it's a nice place. But that's the thing. Although I will tell you, Ken, I did bring a vape to the Philippines. I did, and it worked. You can go to the water festival in Pattaya, Thailand. Oh yeah, Sangkram is it called? Sangkram. I think it's called Sangkram. It's once a year, and I definitely would. I gotta find out when that is. That's a freaking. I gotta experience that, man. I want to get shot with water by big-titted women. No problem. You just got it. It's infused with goodness, Mike. So to me that's a downer a little bit. Yeah, like it's illegal. Like I went to Colombia, it's illegal, but it's not enforced. I mean, maybe if you're selling it or something. When I was in Colombia, man, I was offered every kind of drug. Shit I never even heard of. But I did get a joint. I did get a joint in Belize. But I tell you, for my trips, the vapes work very well. I just bought a bag of chocolate chip cookies, eat 3 of them, and spent like 2 hours in the CR. So I threw them out. Were they infused cookies, Mark? These aren't just regular. I'll tell you, man. Look at this cookie. This cookie's delicious. You don't even know that there's anything in it. Maybe there's not. Chocolate chip cookie. Delicious. My sister's saying, God, John, you're losing so much weight. You're becoming anorexic? I'm like, anorexic? I love food too much, man. What are you talking about, anorexic? I still eat everything I used to eat. I just eat it less. I still eat pizza. I don't order pizza pie. I'll go to the pizza place and just get a slice. Wow, I thought the vape, but you are braver than me going to the Phils. Yeah, man. Didn't have a problem. They just thought it was a regular vape. And I know they don't like regular vapes there, but it's not illegal. Here, gummies are very popular. Yeah, we have the gummies here too, but I just don't like. I don't like regular gummies. So they are cookies that make you crave more cookies. It's brilliant. It's brilliant in its simplicity. I never used weed. Good. It affects different people different ways, and it also depends what kind of weed. I have friends that they say they'll never do it because they tried it and it made them more paranoid. But the thing about it is, depending on what type of weed that you smoke, they have weed where something like it's called awake aware. It like you can go to like smoke the weed and go to work. That it's made to be that kind of buzz. And there's other ones that, what I've been liking about the edibles is that it's different. It's a different feeling than smoking. The smoking, like you get high in your head. With the edibles, the cookies, your body, you get a body high from it. It's different. But no, they were not infused at all. All right, so you're just eating cookies then. That's fine. I got to shut my camera off because I got to have a cigarette. Reach about my limit of not having a smoke. Do this. And they really changed. You know what, guys? I gotta actually cancel StreamYard. They sent me a thing that they're going up to. I think it's $435 for the year. I'm not paying that. I'm paying like $20 a month, and I was okay with it. But I'm not going to pay $430. Now, would I? Yeah, if I used StreamYard a lot, if I produced videos on it, I did a lot of live streaming, I would pay for it. But you see how little I use this. It'd just be money thrown out the door. Now I can't even figure out how to shut the freaking. They changed it so much. Edit name, edit mic, stop mic. Okay, now you should be able to hear me but not see me. And I can feel free to have a cigarette under no pressure. My last goddamn vice, and I'm giving that up before this year is over. Going to Vietnam. I think Happy said he's going to Vietnam. I never smoked the first cigarette, just never had the urge. You know, Mike, I was like you up until I was 25 years old. I didn't smoke a cigarette until 25. I went to work in Manhattan, very stressful job where back then it was still legal for people to smoke at work. And then bada bing, bada bang, I've been a smoker since 25. All right, Happy. Enjoy your day, man. Thanks for stopping in tonight. Yeah, Bruce, they pretty much doubled the price of StreamYard. That's why I'm getting rid of it. I'm not paying fucking $435 for this. Like I said, man, if I used it all the time, fine. I use it, I can't even say once a month. It's like been 6 months that I never even did a live stream. You know what, guys? Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. Much better, much better. Yeah, here. Let's see. Mark the Savage King. In junior high, I never used weed at all. For the four guys that was next to me, that's next. Smoke weed and I can smell it the whole time in class. The funny thing with fever. Oh, you poor hay fever, Mark. Poor boy. Poor lad. With the red eyes, I always pulled out of class at that time. Come on, Mark. You didn't get a good contact buzz from that? Now, since host away, let's run. Busted. You're busted, Chi. I see what you're doing. They're going to leave soon anyway. And so am I, to have my cookie. But, hey, let me, I'm going to drop the link if anybody wants to chat for a little while. It will not be a marathon if anyone joins. Hey, I don't know how to get the link now off StreamYard. Bruce, how do I get the link? What's this? Let's leave studio. Yeah, it's almost cookie time. Bruce, you're right. I'm going to have the cookie and hopefully MK Show TV love does her live stream, and I'll be in the chat of MK's live stream, having had the cookie. Oh, I always thought I was the one smoking. You always used to get in trouble. Okay, yeah, you were the patsy, Mark. That's what I would make you today. I'd make you a patsy again. I was thinking America is too strict in terms of lighter when you're flying, going somewhere. Yeah, MK, when you fly, they take your lighter away from you. And I always make them take it away from me. I'm not just giving it up. You know, you know what I do with my lighter, man? I just put it in my cigarette pack, and if they find it, they find it. You know, whatever. It was funny too because the last trip, Belize, I made it through the entire U.S. customs, no problem with the lighter. Right? I have TSA pre-check, so they like kind of go a little bit easier on us people, and but they caught me in Belize with the lighter, and I had to give up the lighter. I was like, "Mother, what are you gonna do with a lighter?" But you're right about that, MK. Well, they had always thought I was the one smoking. Yeah, you were the patsy. Yeah. That's right, Bruce. MK, what time are you doing your live streaming? Oh, MK, I wanted to tell you two things. MK, I wanted to tell you two things. Now, don't take this wrong. It makes me smile every time you do it. MK has a couple of words that she says that when she says it, it makes me laugh, makes me giggle. Because, okay, here's the two words, MK. When you say fruits with an S, fruits, and when you say stuffs, those two words are already plural. You don't need the S on them. So when you say, I got some stuffs to do, it makes me laugh every time you say it. And the same thing with fruits. Like, nobody in America, you wouldn't say, I'm going shopping for some fruits. You just say, I'm going shopping for fruit. It's plural already. It can mean one or it can mean a many. Same thing with stuff. Stuff is already plural. Fried eggs and in bed for breakfast. Hey, Mark. Good morning. Fried egg part sounds good. The other thing, I don't even know what that is. The only breakfast food I really liked in Philippines was tocino. Pork tocino. Yummy. I remember one of the places I stayed. I think one of the fancier places I stayed in the Philippines. I remember distinctly, might have been the Sofitel. I distinctly remember having tocino and ube ice cream for breakfast. Like, what the F? Ube. Who eats ice cream for breakfast? This guy. Well, back then. Shit, man. I'd eat anything. I know, MK. That's why I said don't take offense. I find it very cute and endearing. But if I was like learning a language, like I plan when I go to Colombia, I'm going to learn how to speak Spanish, right? I'm going to take a college course and learn it. But I don't know, maybe because I'm American, I don't know, or New Yorker for that matter. Like if I had Spanish people correcting my Spanish, I wouldn't get upset by it. I'd take it as a learning. But, you're right. Like, I can't speak another language. If you didn't know how to speak English, MK, I wouldn't even be able to speak with you. So, I don't typically make fun of bilingual people because they usually know more language. Well, they do. If they're bilingual, they already know at least one more. And like a lot of Filipinos, they know like 3 or 4 or 5. So, but I just wanted to point that out. And when you do it, I smile. Oh, and the other thing is when you go, welcome to my live streaming. Well, out west, we do say fruits, even on the internet. I've never heard fruits. Fruits? Not with an S, man. Fruit. If you say fruit, that means multiple fruit. Or if like you go into shopping and you say, I want apples, that's apples. Now, if you're going to get apples and bananas, now you're buying fruit. So maybe the South don't know what they're doing. That's right. Pork tocino and ube ice cream. Breakfast of fat people. Breakfast of very, very fat peoples. Peoples, MK. Start adding an S to everything. Squash, green beans, eggplant cooked with fermented shrimp paste. I can't eat shrimp paste or seafood. And I don't like eggplant. I don't fucking like anything you haven't. But man, if you like it, go for it. It sounds healthy. No habla español. Me gusta la chocha. You know, it's weird, right? I went with to Colombia with my friend James, and what's scary to me is that I had to be like the Spanish expert because James really don't know any, and I know some, and it was different. It was different. I gotta get better. You could teach ESL online. I don't want to work, Mark. Don't want to do anything. You know what I spent besides the walking, the exercising, and the eating healthy? The other hobby that I have that I'm like really into right now is the stock market. I'm all over that shit all day long. I just love it. When they say, if you love what you do, you never work a day. That's what I've been doing, man, and I love it. I always thought I had a good head for it, but so far so good. you know. I love learning and things, but no hard feeling good. It wasn't meant to. I'm a kinder, nicer JG than I was when most of you first met me. I was a bit of an asshole. And I knew it. Oh, I was going to try to drop a link, but I can't find the link. Bruce, where's the link? It used to be over here. Now I don't see it. What's this? Oh, maybe this plus the guest. Yeah, okay, I found it. Made it a little different. I'll just drop that out there. Like I said, if anyone wants to join, I don't even know if that link doesn't look like it's right. Is it live link? Yeah, it is. Okay. Yeah, if anybody wants to pop up and say hello. Otherwise, I'll just ramble a couple more minutes and end this live streaming. I had, it was funny, right? I try to talk to everybody that I know that like follows the stock market, and I always, try to pick people's brains. So everybody here knows Scoop B. Now, whether you hate him or love him or whatever, he had texted me something, and I said, hey, if you're bored, send me 3 stocks that you're looking at that you like. Right. So he like an hour later, he sent me a text and he put 3 stock symbols on there. So I looked up the first one. It's a company called UAMY. Like the woman's name, Amy. UAMY. All right, so I looked it up, right? And I looked at it. You know what I discovered? This is very strange. I'm just being honest. But like when I look up companies and stocks and everything, I go through their balance sheets and their income statements. And I'll tell you, this is another weird thing. You know how like I'm 55 and I like to go on a swing? I'm 55 and I'm looking at a stock and a company, and then I go to the balance sheet and I look at the balance sheet and I say, God damn, that's a sexy balance sheet. And I go, oh, baby, I got to see your income statement. And I ended up buying the stock that Scott told me to look at. Because like I said, I don't listen to. If somebody tells me, "Oh, buy this stock, it's going to go up," I don't buy a stock because someone says it goes up. What I'll do is I'll look at that stock, I'll run through my analysis and in my head what I think, and if I like it, I'll buy it. If not, let's go bye. So anyway, and I used to date a girl named Amy. Who it's a mineral company, they do mining, and I used to date a girl named Amy who was into, rocks and crystals and all of that kind of stuff. So I sent her a text. I'm like, hey, I'm about to buy this stock and it has your name. So I guess she looked it up and she texted me back. She's like, oh my God, it's my name and they do zeolite and all these different rocks and shit. Anyway, I bought it, and it was about 2 weeks ago. And yes, MK, I am still Gen X. Yep. I'm 6 years older than you. Yeah. Well, I'm 6 years older than you, but since I'm a man, I'm actually younger than you, because the way it works is, for men, you minus 20 years, so I'm really 35, and you being 49 are really 69, because that's how the math works between the sexes. If you're a woman, you got to add 20 years. If you're a man, you got to deduct 20 years. So, you know. But, all right, guys. No one wanted to join, and that's fine. I'm going to end the live stream. Friends, thanks for joining. That's the only reason I do this, man. It's just to talk to some of you guys. Because, sometimes I run into you on other streams, but lately I haven't really run into too many. I just wanted to say hi. So, thank you for joining tonight. It's time for my cookie. And if MK does her live streaming, I will join the chat. Guys, thank you so much. Thanks for watching. Have a good night. And I'll talk to you all very soon, if you're lucky. The big orange one, end stream. Okay, then.